Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this presentation and to learn about all of these different opportunities tonight. So for me, I am working on a trip that will go to Zimbabwe for summer session 1 in 2021. I'm sorry that it says 2020, but it's 2021. And so for this particular trip, if we can go to the next one. Sorry, Whitney. I'll show you. Okay, so for Zimbabwe, just a little bit of background on the trip and what we'll be doing. So Zimbabwe, this particular trip is tied to 2 courses. We'll be going in summer session 1, and the focus is really on nutrition and health outreach. That does not mean you have to have a nutrition focus in your studies or be a nutrition major or a different health science, but it is a health and nutrition focused trip, and the courses are geared that way. Although I think there's a lot of wonderful and interesting things we'll be doing outside of those areas as well. So Zimbabwe sits in sub-Saharan Africa. It is above South Africa, so usually our flights have us coming often in through Johannesburg through South Africa, and it was a British colony previously, and so that kind of helps us with some of the outreach and work that we'll be doing, and that it is mostly an English-speaking country outside of the primary tribal language, Shona. And so these are some pictures from the capital city, which is primarily where we will be based. And so you can see Zimbabwe is landlocked in the bottom center of the continent, but the capital city, Harare, was a very large, bustling city, lots of amenities. It is very modern, and that is where our base house and lodging will be. And most of the time we'll spend there, and then we kind of have some day trips where we will go out to some other sites within the country, but all of our lodging will stay pretty much consistent in that main place. If we can go to the next one. So some of the things that we will do while on the trip. So I have been going to Zimbabwe for quite some time. It's been over 10 years that I've been traveling to and working in this country. And so over time, have had the opportunity to develop relationships with several different community partners. And that's led to us being able to do a lot of community engaged service projects while we're there. One of the big ones that we will do is a cooking class with some of the women in a small area called Rugare that's in the capital of Harare. That is something that I've done previously and introduced kind of some different vegetables and ways to cook with them. And it's been a really fun and delightful, encouraging thing that we've done. Not that you have to have any culinary expertise at all. You do not. There's lots of kids to play with and things to do in that time. We've also been invited to do a health and nutrition fair in that same community to provide basic nutrition education and health information to the local community. There's a very high orphan population in Zimbabwe, and so a lot of kids live in that area, have been orphaned, and will also attend as well. So outside of the health information, we'll have a lot of kid-friendly things that we'll be doing on the side. We also have a lot of day trips, educational day trips that we'll be taking. One will be to visit some sustainable agriculture programs that are trying to bring more farming back to Zimbabwe. We will do some wildlife refuge visits as well. There's a rural hospital called Karanda that we'll visit. We also have a day plan to visit the University of Zimbabwe. I have some faculty contacts there, and they've been able to work out us being able to arrive and visit like we would be students and have some special privileges at the University of Zimbabwe to see what university like and studies are like there. We also will be collecting some data. So if you have an interest in doing undergraduate research or being able to work with some of that when we get back, you would have some of those opportunities from this trip as well. So we'll focus on food insecurity, water insecurity, and then some basic health measures. So here I have just pictures of some of the different places that we'll be visiting so you can get a feel for what we're doing. In the top left corner, there's 3 pictures put together. That is actually our base house. It has rooms up and beds enough up for 20 folks. There is a team of people that really run that house and will be working with us. So we will be working with a group called Edu Africa, and they provide our transportation. They will help with getting us to the house and meals. They also prepare all of our meals while we are there. And so we have this primary house that we'll be staying at as our base, and those are some pictures of that house and some of the lodging. So you can see the outside and the inside in one of the rooms. In the top right-hand corner, I have a picture of a woman. Zimbabwe is unique in that there's one major tribe, the Shona people, and that's also their main language. Although most folks, as I said previously, do speak English as well there. But you can see some of the pictures here, some of the sustainable agriculture. There's a picture of that Rural Missions Hospital. The bottom picture that has kind of a teal, blue, green building, that's a house in the Rugare community where we'll be doing some of the service projects while we're there. The bottom left-hand pictures are some of the lodging for 1 or 2 overnight trips that we'll be taking, where we will go on 2 separate safaris. So Zimbabwe has some of the most amazing wildlife on the continent. Lions, rhinoceros, elephants, cheetahs. Just the wildlife is incredible. The zebras, and it's a wonderful opportunity to get to see them in their natural habitat. We also have the opportunity to visit Victoria Falls, which is one of the 7 world wonders. So that giant waterfall you see in the bottom corner, that will be at the very end of our trip. So after we've worked hard, learned a lot, we'll play hard and enjoy a day or 2 at Victoria Falls. So I'm really excited about this trip because it integrates a lot of things that I just love doing with students. Service projects, we have some research, we have some different educational opportunities. It is health and nutrition focused, but again, there's no reason why other majors wouldn't enjoy some of these same experiences and enjoy applying for the trip. So I'm also happy to answer any questions that you have moving forward, so we can share my contact information. I'm happy to set up any one-on-one meetings and discuss things further, and really excited about this trip and hope you'll consider applying.